greatness. That's a good name, though.
I hope it didn't freeze up because I had it on go live for so long. Oh, I am. Okay, look, good evening, everybody out there in Chester County. I want to thank you all for tuning into City Town Talk. It's the broadcast that's not about me, but it's about y'all. Man, and I got an exciting look. I'm going to tell you the truth. I have been excited for the last 7 days once we inked the deal with Reece Turner. We booked her, ladies and gentlemen. That's right. And she's appearing live on City Town Talk. And we're going to talk about all kinds of stuff this evening. And we even brought her parents along. Now, check this out. Reece Turner is 12 years old, man, and she's got a story to tell, man. So I just want to, let me see how I want to start. First, Reece, I want to ask you, how are you doing today?
I'm doing really good.
Good. It's glad to hear. Love your smile. Now, who are these lovely people you have here with you today?
This is my dad, and your name is?
Marvin Turner.
And this is my mom, and her name is?
Amber.
I like the Marvin part better because I kept hearing this Emmers and I couldn't make it relate and roll off my tongue. Marvin, I like it. 2 thumbs up. Thanks, Amber. You could have told me, but that's okay. Now, look, Mom and Pop, I need y'all to just chill for a second because I want to just let our viewers just kind of like listen to what your daughter have to say. But don't get too relaxed because I'm coming right back at you. And be ready too. Be ready, Marvin. Okay, now, Reece, tell us a little bit about yourself.
I am a business owner. I own my own business. I like to draw. And I am a child of 5.
You're a child of who?
I'm a child of 5.
What you have 4 or 5 other brothers and sisters?
Just brothers.
Brother or brothers. Okay, good stuff. Okay, now I already said. Now you're how old are you again?
I'll be 12 on Tuesday, September 11th.
You know this is unbelievable, but you know that, right? 12-year-old making soap. When I was 12 years old, I don't know what I was making. I was making a lot of trouble. That's what I was making. Now, let me ask you, how did you start your business?
So it began a couple years ago when I had really, really bad eczema. I had it on my arms, my neck, my ears, and it was open wounds and scars and rashes. I remember the nights where I was just crying because I couldn't itch it, but it's so bad that I just wanted to itch it. So when I itched it, it was just bleeding. And I remember that's when my mom said, you can't itch it. But then my parents were just searching for creams and soaps, and all of them, not only they didn't work, but they made it worse. So that was not helpful at all. And then they did their research for years, and we finally came across this soothing soap that could really help you. So now here I am with soap and a whole business. And if you have eczema or skin fungus or any skin rashes, skin conditions, you should really try this soap. They will help you. They helped me, so I believe that it could help you and follow your dreams.
Well, you know, there's a gentleman who made this statement. It said, never let a crisis go to waste. So what you're saying is because you had skin problems, you had to come up with some sort of idea that would alleviate all that there like that.
Mm-hmm.
That is.
This product, the soap that I make, it's really it's a health bar, so it's helpful for your skin. And if you don't use the right kind of health bar for your skin, the toxins could get clogged, and your skin will, your pores won't be able to breathe. So all that is just stuck in. Right.
That is fantastic. That's fantastic. I'm trying to pull this conversation up on my electronics, but of course, you know, whenever you want something to happen, it don't happen when you want it to happen, but that's okay. We're going to keep on going. Okay, now, what all products do you have?
I have about 9 products. I have a medicine bar. I have 4 soaps: lavender oatmeal, coconut and olive oil soap, oatmeal soap, and I have a cinnamon soap. I have a face mist, chapstick, rose body spray, and I have soap dishes. So if you're interested in any of those products, you can check out my website, reecesoaps.com.
Okay, so wait a minute. All right. You said one day, I think I'm gonna just make some soap. So what did you do? Did you Google how you make soap? How did this thing work?
So it took years to find out recipes and soothing materials for your skin. So we just researched and put it together as a soap and see if it would go well together as a soap. And voila.
Wow. You know, we can almost put a comma right there because this young lady is 12 years old and she realized what she wanted to do at the age of what, 9 or 10? She's talking about she's looking at it for a couple of years and she did the research. But you know what? Now I think I want to bring the mom and the dad in. I got to save this question. I'm going to save this question right here. Okay. When did y'all realize your daughter wanted to be an entrepreneur, seriously speaking? Now, y'all can just piggyback. Both of y'all can answer because I'm here for a while, man. I ain't in no hurry, man. Talk to me. Let me hear from both of y'all.
So I would say that Reece kind of has always had the entrepreneur bug, always being willing to go out there and make a couple dollars, whether that would be through like a yard sale or standing on the corner of Oak and Rosemont, helping her brother sell water bottles, again, selling their toys, anything you can think of, whether it be candy. So she's always kind of had the bug, if you will, and she's always wanted to make money, and she has some personal financial goals of her own. So I think that's where it started. So when the soap business kind of came about for her, at first, again, like she said, it was more so a solution to an issue that she had, and then wanting to share that with others, because one of the things that she found out was that there's a lot of people that suffer from eczema, although her bars are for anybody. So again, she just kind of always had that entrepreneur bug. And then at first she was just selling to friends and family. And as she realized she could make the money doing it, she asked if we could really take this to the next level. And her dad's kind of, I would say, more of the genius behind helping her come up with this product line, if you will. So I'll kind of you.
Let's hear a couple of words from the genius. Come on, man. Take your lap around the track. Come on, talk to us.
I'll try to reiterate some of the things that she was saying, or rather, should I say, expound on. So when she was having these issues with her skin, it was pretty bad, and I mean, a lot of the times we didn't know. We, meaning Amber and I, we didn't know anything about soaps at this time, or rather, should I even say skincare, until we would go to doctors and they would give us different prescriptions, and then we tried different brands. A lot of this at this point is Amber, and a lot of the brands that we tried, not only didn't they work, they were irritating her skin further. So once these things began to occur, Amber began to do her own personal researches on different formulas. And once she came up with a formula that began to reverse some of these negative symptoms that Reece was having, we wanted to make more of it. So then I started to do more and more research on the different ingredients and how it affects your skin. And like when Reece was speaking about the toxins, your skin is a part of detoxifying your body. Your pores need to be clean and open to allow all of the toxins within your body to come out. A lot of times we don't know these things, but if your pores are clogged up and you don't have healthy skin, you can't actually fully cleanse the body. So that's why it's like really, it's a health thing. And we really emphasize that. We really try not to, and this is including with Reece too, from our experiences and things that she cares about also, because she is involved with the entire process. All final decisions go through her. Because she was the test. But
That's good stuff.
She tested out the product.
yeah. But to go into, I wanted to say that to move forward into the business aspect of it, Reece has always been entrepreneurial, always. That's something that was kind of, I don't know if I want to say natural, maybe because her mother and myself always been that way, but as long as she's been born, she's been that way. And she wants to help. She has a tremendous ambition and a lot of vision. She really does.
Good. All right, let's put a comment right there. Iris Holmes wants to say, good evening, Reecie. Congratulations. Wishing you guys best with your business. Iris said, you are awesome. She don't even say that about me. Claudia T. Palmer, she said, awesome. Good evening. And she wants to know how old you are. Once again, Claudia, you got to come on time. She said she's 12 years old and she's rocking like a donut. I'm telling you. Nelson Ojeda says hello, and we're going to continue. This is like really, this is so mind blowing. Let me ask you, Reece, what has been your biggest challenge in this whole process?
My biggest challenge is probably going to events and standing up to go talk to people, because it's hard to go talk to random people you don't know and encourage them and tell them about your own product. So, especially when you're young and you don't even know who anybody is.
Yeah, and some people, you'd be surprised. Some people are pretty rude, and I would have to, but that's part of the learning process. So I would sit back. She does everything, but when she would come back, I would just coach her and just reassure her that what she's doing is correct and you keep going. Sometimes you get those kind of people, that's life, but you don't let it deter you from what you're doing.
Right.
But when you have an 11-year-old kid and an adult is being rude, that's pretty harsh to a kid, but she does well.
I'm impressed. Yeah. She came on my radar last year. I seen her with her table at this event for African-American women at OIC. Everybody was wearing yellow shirts. Amber, you remember what I'm talking about? She articulated herself very, very well. I was like totally impressed. I didn't have no money on me, so I couldn't buy no soap. But what I'm saying is she belies her years and age. She appeared to be a lot older. So when I've been advertising her, I kept saying she's got to be around 13 or 14 because I had no idea how old she is. So my recollection actually is when she was 11. And look, I know a person that has it when I see it. I mean, I've been a businessman here for like 23, 24 years. Reece, you have it, so you don't have to be worried. It's okay to be nervous. You keep doing what you're doing because you're fantastic. Now let me see, Mom and Pop, you already told me how y'all been able to assist her. Man, y'all are in this totally doing the research and all that stuff. You're using her as a guinea pig. That's a good thing. And you guys are making this thing happen, man. It's beautiful to see a family like that. I ain't gonna cry, but I am getting chills on my arms looking at the three of y'all together, doing what you're doing. That's why I'm in a little screen up there. I don't want y'all to see me tearing up or anything. Okay, now for you parents, what has been y'all's biggest challenge? Whoever wants to go first and go first.
Yeah, I can't say. I guess the biggest challenge is keeping up with demand, to be honest. So it takes about 4 weeks for her soap to cure. So there's different soap making processes, and there's a lot of soap makers out there. But Reece's Bar is really an all natural soap. So it's called a cold pressed soap, right?
Yes.
So it's made completely from scratch. So it takes 4 to 6 weeks for it to cure. So if she doesn't have enough backup and she's doing events or out there in the community marketing herself and selling her product, sometimes which is a good thing, but we want to make sure Reece gets to a point where she's not uh, needing necessarily back orders and things like that. And Reece didn't mention it, but I know one of the challenges that she has expressed, but she handles it very well, is, you know, being a full-time student. She's in 6th grade, trying to run a business and making sure that her social media is updated, and, you know, making sure she's getting orders out the door and things like that. And that's where we kind of come in. Reece is, as we kind of already know, a very, very bright young lady. And she has that it factor, like you said. And me as a parent, for me personally, I think it's extremely important when you see a kid like Reece to go above and beyond and make sure that they reach their full potential. Because most of us have these God-given talents, but unfortunately, sometimes along the way, we don't have the mentorship or the guidance necessary to achieve our full potential. And I just want to make sure that Reece doesn't have that issue.
Reece, I don't know if you know it, but I know you're blessed to have parents such as yours, because everybody doesn't have that. And that's why a lot of potential goes into the grave sometimes without being fulfilled. So Pop, what has been your biggest challenge, or do y'all share the same challenges? On a man's side, what has been your biggest challenge having your daughter doing what she's doing?
I don't think any of the, in terms of the gender aspect of it, maybe worrying. There was a couple times where they went to a couple of events, just Amber and Reece. You know, as a man, you kind of something a little bit, you worry a little bit. But I would say something that Fonz, you probably, is it okay to call you Fonz?
Sure, that's where you better.
You know, that's how I know you. But
Good.
I would say educating the public in terms of, like, sometimes like people get too caught up in purchasing the product because they're investing in Reece, which is fine. But at the same time, we want to also educate people on their health. Like, so it really is a good product. And when you know, sometimes people don't understand that. You're like, listen, we're really trying to share with you some information. Like, it took a lot of studying to learn these different ingredients and the effects that they have, particularly people of color too. We tend to get like funguses on the skin. A lot of it is because of the foods that we eat. But I can go on and on about that for long. But I learned these things and I shared them with Reece, and a lot of us don't know these things. So sometimes, you know, they get caught up in just Reece, and they're not listening to what she's saying about what she's learning and why you should be, you know, using the product or considering the product. Just give it a try. A lot of times they get, it's like a real pretty girl, and the guys out there, they listen, but they ain't really listening to her. They just looking at her like, yeah. You know what I mean? It's they get caught up in just that she's a child, but she's trying to emphasize her experience, what she's learned, and how, like, she's a problem solver, how she solved that problem. She's trying to share it with you so that you don't have the same issue, you know? And on top of that, you're probably likely using a product that is potentially harmful to you that you just don't know it yet. You understand what I'm saying? So it's things like that when you try to get serious with it, that it kind of, you understand what I'm trying to say?
I certainly do. Yes. Hey, well, look, Reecie, there is a gentleman who is looking at this video right now who's created his own barbecue sauce. Like you creating your own soap. There's a gentleman who lives in Thorndale, Mr. Cass Rowland. You're shaking your head. He's the creator of Big Boy's barbecue sauce, and his sauce is in approximately 60 or 70 stores, the Giant, Walmart, all those. And he said this young lady is an inspiration, which is why I had y'all on, because I knew you'd be that. And Monique T. Mixon said, "You go, Reece." And she's sharing this video with her friends, and that's a good thing. That's a good thing. Man, this is like one of the best interviews I've had, because my bent on life is for those of us who believe that we can't do, just dispel that theory. We can do if we try and do the research. And even if you don't have nobody buy into your vision and dream, you buy into it and don't stop. Just don't stop. Now, what else I got? Let me see. I'm getting stuff off my checkoff list. Okay. Now, Amber,
Yes, sir.
Marvin, I want you to tell me, what do you recommend to parents that have children that want to become entrepreneurs? We're going to get to your homework and stuff like that before it's over, Reece, how you play both of them things together. But I need y'all to talk to the parents out there who may have children that have, you know what I mean?
I'll let you go first. I want first.
Okay. I would just say, invest in your kids. I mean, initially, it doesn't take anything but time. You're investing your time into your kids. And once that happens, particularly when they're young, their minds is more open. They're more apt they're like sponges. So you just invest your time. I know you're tired, you're working hard. We all work hard, but it pays off. If you put the work into your kids, you will reap the benefits of it. So just put the work in. It is hard, but the only thing you spend in is time. That's it. And you're investing in something that I would bet would be your most precious, well, not possession, but the most precious thing in your life, which is your child. So that's what I would say.
Good stuff. Amber?
Yep, I'm right there with Marvin. I guess that's what we're doing tonight. I had a lot of potential, I think, growing up, and unfortunately, I didn't reach that. And I'm still, searching for that full potential, but I didn't reach some of that potential until I was an adult. Primarily, when I met my husband, but because we've kind of grown up together. So to see a young person with the talent that Reece has, again, going back to what I was saying earlier, I think it's important to cultivate that talent. So for parents out there, and when you think about when you're a kid, we all have dreams and aspirations. If you talk to any kid and you ask them what they want to be, it's usually something pretty big, right? Whatever that goal is in their life, I think it's extremely important. It should be one of your top priorities to make that dream come to fruition. And I think we're failing our children if we don't help our children chase those dreams. So my encouraging words to any parent, that if you feel as though you can't do it yourself, hopefully within our community, and there's a lot of great talent here in Coatesville, or a lot of great talent even in Chester County, find someone that could possibly mentor your child when it comes to entrepreneurship. Both my husband and I have grew up basically without much, him more so than me, being a child of 8. But I believe entrepreneurship is a way out of poverty. And there's a lot of businesses here in Coatesville, and we try to support as many as we can. And we definitely appreciate the support that folks have given to Reece. But we can really kind of create so much through entrepreneurship, owning our own, and going out there and making opportunities for ourselves. And there should be no excuse on the reason why not to. You should, even if you have a job, you should have something on the side that you're creating for yourself and your family. And I would bet money that Reece will probably never work for someone else. She'll be in a situation where she's not only creating opportunities for herself, but she's creating opportunities for other people. So I know that was kind of long-winded, but
no, that's good.
Please, it's short. Let me add this. If you don't know where to start, watch your kids. Like with Reece, this started from skin problems that she had. That's where it started from, And then when from that experience, you give back. So it could be with whatever your kid is, it could be anything. Maybe they like to draw. Maybe they can make books. It could be anything. It doesn't have to. Everybody just thinks about like sports or this and that. Look at what they already like to do, and then assist them with that. Mm-hmm. That's really. You don't have to make it intricate. It doesn't have to be difficult. It can be something that starts off small. A tree starts off as a seed. So that's the most important thing, is getting started.
Yeah, putting the resources.
So before I come back to Reece, Reece, before I come back to you, I want to give out some shout outs to the people that are listening to you this evening. We have Bernadette Runner. She said, congratulations. You are a great example for other young ladies and young men. God bless you. Michelle Williams Allen, MWA, which sounds like some sort of rap group. Michelle also has Mimi's Favorite Things in the Midway building, Midway Arts Building, Reece. If y'all go down there, she has a company called Mimi's Favorite Things. She sells a lot of products and stuff. You want to go down there and see it. This is what she says. So proud of you, Reece, and your family. You inspire customers and other businesses. Your delivery service inspired me to add that service for Mimi's. See, imitation is the most sincerest form of flattery. Somebody's seen what you did. So you got to always remember that. What you do affects others, even if you don't know it. Good stuff. Good stuff. Thanks for sharing that, Michelle. Urias Cole from Second Century. He said, Reece, what advice would you give to someone your age who wants to start their business? Urias, I got this. You ask some questions and everything. I got this. You want to be the host of the show. But anyway, let me see what he's saying. Okay, we'll get to it. All right, Cass, let her know that if she wanted a way to save on her shipping costs, she could open a pirate ship account and get a discount business rate. That's from Cass Rowland from Big Boys Barbecue Sauce. Okay. If you look on the thread, you'll see it. You'll be able to read it if you didn't hear it all. Jamoka Harkins, so proud of you, Reece. And Bongai from Zimbabwe, who will be on our show later on next month. She said, love your hair, Amber. It ain't even about Amber right now, Bongai. Come on. And then Bongai, she finally says, hey, Reece. That's some of the call. But anyway, these are people that's thinking about you. Now, Reece, it's your turn again. The parents, they did their thing now. It's all about you. They say your bandwidth is getting low, so we don't want to get cut off. So let me ask you, Reece, how do you manage your schoolwork and your products? How do you break that down?
So sometimes, well, I usually have classes until 12 in the afternoon. So I have classes, that time. And then it's kind of hard. But sometimes if I have orders, my mom emails them to me. So if I'm in class, she'll put them together for me, and then after school we'll go and mail them or deliver them. And usually between classes, I try to get my homework done so it's easier, and I have time to play outside, and I have time to also do my orders and put them together and stuff like that.
This is good, and this is so it's just so amazing. Here, let me hold on, mute. We're almost done. I know y'all are busy people. Now let me say, tell me one more time your website, and say it slow so people that's listening can hear.
It's called ReeceSoaps.com. It's spelled ReeceSoaps.com.
Because I've spelled your name a couple of times wrong, so I needed that for me, not for people listening. Now, this I think will be our last question. You can take your time, Reece, because the people that are listening, we want to hear from you. What do you recommend to young people that are the same age as you that want to become entrepreneurs? What do you recommend to them? What suggestion would you have?
So if you want to be a young entrepreneur, or you are an entrepreneur, and I think that you have to want to do stuff and put time into your schedule and be willing to push forward and have the greatness.
Ladies and gentlemen, what she did, how she just summed that up, is the key to the whole process. You got to want to do it, and you got to believe that you can. I want to thank you, Reece, Amber, Marvin. I want to thank y'all, man, for just allowing me to just come into your home just for this little time so the world can meet Reece on a scale of people who may not know her. My mission here and my platform here with City Town Talk is to make Chester County smaller. I want to fashion this after the old comedy show, which was called Cheers. And in the words in that song, it says, where everyone knows your name. And that's what I want Chester County to be. Everyone knows your name and what you're about. I want to bid y'all adieu. I want to thank y'all for coming on. I appreciate y'all. I will be reposting this over and over again because I think our community needs to hear what she had to say. Not just young people, but old people that don't believe in themselves and won't do nothing. Don't get me started. Don't get me started. So I want to say good night to y'all. Y'all can sign off. Y'all can end the meeting on your end. I'm going to say a few words to the viewers and we will talk soon, okay?
Thank you,
Okay,
Fawn.
thank
Oh, wait a
you.
minute. All right. Amen. Peace. I appreciate y'all. Thank you very much. All right. Let's see what we got here. Got it? Okay, ladies and gentlemen, that's it for this evening. I hope you got something out of it. I really, really did. I really appreciated them allowing me to just interview them. Next week, we're going to have another barn burner. Let me take a look and see. Next week is going to be all about entrepreneurship. We're going to have business managed consultants. We're going to have people that have started businesses and have moved away and they are expanding, doing bigger things. Remember, this platform I'm having is about inspiration, which hopefully will lead to motivation. And it's definitely about information. Look, if ain't nobody tell you that they love you today, man, I love y'all. And I really appreciate you allowing me to come into your living room, on your Facebook page, on your cell phone, or whatever. I want y'all to have a good night. I want you to remember that Coatesville is rising and we all matter. Peace out.